first time I saw my dad on TV was in a movie called 21. He held the door for the main character, smiled, and said his line. To be honest, I watched that scene 1,000 times and I still can't figure out what the fuck he said. But I know that it was one of his proudest moments. Because to him, being an extra just meant he was extra famous. You see, my father was an actor. And though he didn't make a living from acting, acting was his living, which is fitting. Because the last time I saw my dad was on a screen. FaceTimed while he was in the hospital, you know? He told me he was coming home soon, that he never leave without a proper goodbye, and I don't know if I should call him a liar or a damn good actor, because now his EKG looks a lot like his scripts. It's only got one line. I guess the heart monitor took quiet on set a bit too literally. His lungs, now the understudy to a ventilator, the ICU CGI'd my father's voice into an answering machine. I left him message after message just waiting for a call back, but he's too busy acting like he's gonna be okay, and honestly, I can't tell if he's killing this role or if this role is killing him. I did not get to visit my dad when he was sick because the pandemic turned the doctors into directors. They told me to go home, stay safe, socially distant. They didn't want this happening again, but they all feel like closed captions because I see exactly what they're trying to say. You see what they really mean is that like any disease, he had to have gotten it from someone. And this is the plot twist I never saw coming. My father's blood covers my hands, trickles off my fingers onto the floor so that everywhere I walk is a red carpet. Every step is a reminder that I'm the one who brought home the disease that made my papa rot. See what they didn't tell you about COVID. It gave birth to a generation of kids responsible for their families' funerals. Meanwhile, I killed my father. And there was no judge, no jury, no executioner, just me chopping down the family tree so I could write his eulogy. And now we're cracked at the foundation of what was supposed to keep us whole. He was supposed to come home alive. But now his remains sit on the shelf like the Oscar he never won, but still, it's a spot he gave his life for, turning heaven into Hollywood. He was a classic man, one of the good fellas, strong as a raging bull, but when his body starts to shudder, I lend my mother my shoulders least because I can't imagine how hard it must be to long for her husband to sing even when the score says he won't. How can I not feel guilty when every time I look at his urn, all I see is my reflection? Because to be a son is to be your father's understudy, to know your lines, to play the part, to never break, then cut past all the fucking bullshit and stop acting like I'm okay. So that maybe one day I can look at you, tell you I'm fine, and actually mean it.